Hi there, I'm Devlin and welcome to Devlin's Race Room. I just wanted to create a quick channel introduction just to give you an idea about who I am and why I created this channel. I'm 34 years old and I'm a father of 3. So I do love my video games, but my time playing games these days at least is severely limited. I do try and game as much as I can, time permitting, but I've recently decided to make the transition from being a controller user mainly to racing with a racing wheel. I've bought a Logitech G920 with shifter, I've got a racing stand. So it's all entry level gear. I'll flash something up on the screen to give you a link to the setup video that I've created. But yeah, I kind of just want to give you my experience as to what it's like being a new wheel user. A lot of the videos when I was doing my research into what wheel I should buy and what worked best with what console and what game, they were from experts, which I guess in a way it was good. These people knew what they were talking about, but so much so they were half of what they were saying I didn't understand as a complete and utter noob. And obviously they go into a lot more depth and use a wheel slightly different to how I would initially. And they obviously know how to go in and iron things out, force feedback settings and dead zone settings and all the rest of it. So I'm hoping to cover some of that on the channel, but if you're new to wheel racing as well and maybe you're looking to get a wheel yourself, hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit of an insight into that. And as I say, kind of explain things in layman's terms and kind of give my thoughts and impressions as I progress and hopefully get better with the wheel. As I say, I've been gaming for as long as I can remember. I'm 34 years old now, so it's been quite a long time. I like my RPGs and action adventure games, but racing games are probably where my heart truly is. I had a wheel on my Xbox 360 many moons ago, and I didn't really get on with it very well. I found it very hard to use, especially when I was trying to race hard. And I never really got to the bottom of it, so the wheel never got as much use as it should have done. I used to like cruising around in Forza Motorsport 3, and then later Forza Motorsport 4, Test Drive Unlimited 1 and 2. I've gamed on most consoles, currently own a PS4 and an Xbox One, and that's where I do most of my gaming, on the Xbox One now. So the wheel that I got is not compatible with my PS4. I do like a bit of Gran Turismo, but because most of my friends game on the Xbox, that's where I spend most of my time, in games like Forza, Project Cars, the Dirt series. I've got Crew 2 and recently bought Assetto Corsa. So I'm hoping to try and get more into the simulation side of things. I've always enjoyed the Forza games, which is what I would dub a simulation, but obviously from a console point of view that was about as real as you could get. But that's maybe one of the reasons that's prompted me to buying a wheel now, is the emergence of these more sim-orientated games like Project Cars and Assetto Corsa making their way from PC to console. And ultimately the goal for me is obviously not just to get better with the wheel and share my experiences along the way, maybe carry some mods out on the gear I've got and upgrade it over time, but I'm hoping to build a gaming PC, get some, obviously a better wheel and pedal setup eventually, and ultimately hopefully run some games in VR. That's kind of where I want to be with things. So I've got a few ideas for series that I want to run, just racing with the wheel, both online and offline. The online stuff may come later as I need to get some practice in. The offline stuff, I'll probably do some series racing in each of the games that I've got. I like to do some cruises. I've already got some videos up of various cruises that I've done, Forza Horizon 4 and the Crew 2. To varying degrees of success. And any new games that come out. I plan on doing reviews of the gear that I've got, and probably also the games that I get. Probably not an in-depth review in terms of content and that kind of thing, but more so how it works with the wheel that I've got. Does it feel good when you plug in and play? Do you have to fiddle with settings for ages and ages? can you just fine tune the settings and away you go, or do you have to fine tune it based on which car you're trying to race in and in what weather condition and all the rest of it? Because obviously this is all things that affect your gaming time basically, and your enjoyment. Some people enjoy fine tuning things and tweaking settings and getting to grips with things. Myself, I'm not a massive fan. I do like to just sit down and get on with things. I find, because my time is so limited now, that I do just prefer, as I say, to be able to race rather than set things up. It used to be different when I was younger, but I guess as I've got older and my time's become more spare, well, my time's become less and less, then, you know, if I've only got an hour to play, I don't want to spend 45 minutes setting the thing up. So yeah, that's me. That's the aims of the channel. I will be doing, over the course of the next few months, a series called Wheel versus Controller. As a new wheel user, I'm obviously much faster and more competitive on a controller at present, so I kind of do like a bit of an experiment and see how long, if I can get better on a wheel, which I'm sure I'll get better, but can I become as competitive as I am on a controller on the wheel? Can I get that good? How long does it take? I understand that some games, you know, you'll like the Forza Motorsport series, I think the leaderboard times on there, most of them are set with a controller, so that game itself naturally favours the controller. Games like Project Cars and Assetto Corsa, I've tried racing them with a controller, and Assetto Corsa wasn't too bad actually, but Project Cars, I found it very, very hard. So the little bit I have played were much better with a steering wheel, so I'm guessing I'll probably be much better on Project Cars with the wheel. So that game itself obviously favours the wheel. Probably the best times on there are set with the wheel. I've not checked, but on the face of things, that's what I'm kind of expecting. But yeah, I'm going to do wheel versus controller, see if I can match my controller times, how long it takes me. So yeah, if that sounds good, if you want to join me on this journey of getting good and the experience of being a new wheel user and setting things up and finding things out and making mistakes, if that sounds good and you're up for that kind of content, then please do subscribe to the channel, helps me grow, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so that any uploads that I do upload, you'll be notified. So yeah, I'll see you in a video soon guys. Thank you for watching.